Good. Hello, everyone. I'm Iron Phoenix, and welcome to Starlight Frontier. No, Lightyear Frontier. That's the game. Lightyear Frontier is the first look at this game. No, it's not the first look. I played the demo during Next Fest, but it's a game about farming. And just making sure that everything is actually working. Yes, it is. Good. Right. Yes. So it's a game about farming with mechs, and it's in this sort of rather there's a little bit of 40s styling here, with sort of I can't remember what it's actually called, but anyway, sort of atom punk, I guess. Everything's a little bit atom punky. And anyway, so we are in a forest, and our mech is somewhere over there. So let's just go. So it's first person, but with mechs. So you have a vehicle, you have walking around, you have some exploration, and we have a map that needs to be explored. I don't know how much of it is available in early access. Who knows? Probably a little bit more than the demo. But apologies. Right. So anyway, so welcome. Well, so yeah. Right. Well, let's start this. Let's start this properly without me. Right. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Lightyear Frontier. That's the name of the game. It is out on early access today. It is so this is the first look. Though I have played the demo. My specs are in the description, I think, of the video. I've started putting that in because when I start doing these first looks, it does give a fairly decent benchmark of what how games are actually performing. My computer, it has quite a fast CPU and it has some very fast RAM in it, but the graphics card is starting to get a little bit old now. It was 1660, which was fine 3 years ago or something when I bought it, but it is starting to show its age. So I do list my specs because of that reason, so people can sort of gauge based on a rig that was sort of reasonably good just before the 3 series came out. The reason I didn't buy a 2 series is I couldn't get them for a decent price anyway. There was a real shortage at the time thanks to crypto miners. But anyway, our mech has crashed into the ground, and we need to put it back together. So we kind of have a sort of a gravity gun which we can use to move things and throw things, which will be useful later. So let's just reattach our arm. Let's reattach our arm. We're going from this direction. There we go. We have an engine here. And that goes in there. And then we flip it, and then we have our mech. So we can get into our mech. And we've got one of this sort of quite wonderful... It's very stylized view. So we now need to go and get our tools. Now, tools have dropped in these smoky locations, and I'm going to go over to this one first because it's nearest to us. And the satellite is there. That's the Pippa that is looking at us. Right, we've got no tool. I think we need to grab this one. Oh, this is the vacuum harvester. Actually, yes, this is exactly the one we need. So we can now hoover up these polyberries. I think we can also hoover up water as well. There we go. And yeah, so this is a farming game. So we will be doing some construction of fields, hopefully. But of course we need to do that by gathering seeds, gathering stuff. But we need tools in order for us to break stuff. So let's go to that one next. Ooh, things. We'll just... Oh, some more polyberries. Oh, I can't have too many polyberry seeds because when you're actually building up your farm, it's all kind of needed. Right. That one is actually closer than that one, so we'll jump up to this one first. From what I gather, you can sort of modify the mech a little bit as well. Ooh. So that gets us our irrigation hose, which we can use to use the water to clear the noxious slime. And that will basically clear the area from, sort of restore it, I guess. You can clear the noxious slime, and I think these sort of dead, there's some dead plants as well, so you're sort of restoring the land a little. Until it runs out of water. In which case you need to go to a water source and do that. Right, next one is over here. There's also a little bit of a hover that you can have with your mech. And I don't know if I can walk through. That was a good test. You can't walk through water. Right, need to find my way around. Go down here and then over to this one. Right, that's our seed shooter. So we can now shoot seeds. But we need our spike saw before we can gather anything. So, up there I think. Might be able to gather the sticks, but I want to do things properly. So we'll just grab out the rest of our tools, and then we can start building a farm. Because that's what the game's about, ultimately. Farming and exploration. This bit kind of gives you a good basis tutorial in how to move around the world. What your mech can and can't do, and what you might need to do yourself. Let's see what this one is. It's a bit of a sprint. It's not hugely like quick sprint, but it's sort of more of a lumbering sprint. Right, that's our spike saw. So with our spike saw we can, I don't think I can do that one. No, I can't do that one, but I can do this one. So that gets us rocks. And this is automatically put into an internal inventory. And by finding stuff you do seem to unlock resources. So I can build a small plot apparently. Small tents. A small plot, here we go. I would need a few more. No. So we can do that. Add max. So you can build stuff slowly. And then start getting your... And then I need to water my crops. Like so. And then I can just walk away and leave it. Because I do want to grab the last thing. Up here. I'll probably also be doing, just so that people are aware, I'll probably also be doing a video on TerraTech and when it's released. And then we'll kind of enter into a bit of a drought of games, I expect. I don't think there's much else being released. We had this drought, and now we've had this spike of games coming out, and then there's going to be this drought again, which is fun. Right, we now have our sprout cannon, and this I think you used. Yeah, you can use this to plant trees and large plants in the ground. Right. I do want to grab the vacuum harvester, which is this one. Right, now to build up a farm. I'm not going to do it up here. Really what I would like is a reasonably flat area that's reasonably near to some water. I think that's the way I would probably go. Or just build it around there, because I mean it's not actually that far from water, I guess. So, yeah, we'll basically set up our farm here. I can always move things around if needs be. Right, so I need wood and fibre. Right, this gets us a small tent, which I will put around about here, I think. And I'm also going to build a workshop shed while I'm here. Shall we that one? There seems to be nothing to fear in the night, so it's like, well, you know, I could go to sleep or I could just keep going, because there's nothing stopping me from doing so. It's not like Stardew or My Time in Porsche, where they'll just say, right, no, you need to go to sleep now. Right, so I think I can. Oh no, 24 I need. 24 wood, so you can upgrade your mech. So the spike launcher, the spike tool, or whatever it is. Oh, there's actually a swipe, so you can hit multiple things at the same time. That's useful. With a bit of an animation bug there, because you can like fire it when it's a little bit further out. But anyway, right, where's my? Yeah, it is. Should have. Okay. And let's have it behind here. And then we can build an oil presser, stone and wood. Apparently I can change ammunition on that. And right, so we want to build an oil presser. It does this kind of cool thing where you've kind of got these sort of boundaries. Right, so now we've got an oil presser. And I can then use this to make some plant oil, which will take 30 seconds. Meanwhile, I am going to just enter this tent and sleep. There is a multiplayer component to this as well. Obviously, I'm not in it, but there is a up to 4-player co-op. Right, we've got some. If I just use my vacuuming tool. Okay, we've not got anything that can be harvested yet. Evidently, they need to go blue. But we'll sort of start building up the farm, I think, at this point. Oh, and we've got plant oil. Right, we need to get more of pretty much everything. Now I can place... I'm going to have a couple of these. I say a couple of these. I'll have a few of these. So I need like all the wood in the world. Just so that I can start prepping for really sort of full farming experience, I guess. Unlocking as much stuff as possible. I'm going to need to go exploring for seeds. We've seen kind of other plants out there as well. Yeah. Right. And I'll need to designate an area that I'm going to basically be using as my forest. But I'm just going to grab a whole bunch of just useful resources. I guess it's a resource gatherer mixed with a farming game, I guess. Farming survival? I don't know, really. It's not really a survival, but I don't really know what you would call it, really. Games are hard to define these days, I find. Right. I think I've got some of these I can plant. And I guess I'm gonna go for a little bit of an explore, I think, so we can find some different types of seeds. Let's go for a little bit of a poke around and see what we can see. I did see some cauliflowers somewhere. Those are just bushes. I don't think these are... That's just a large bush. The way I like to explore things in this world is just by walking up to things and stabbing it. Can we go this way? Or not? There were some invisible walls in the... Ooh! Oh, let's start cleaning up some noxious weeds. Start returning this place to life again. And getting loads of... I'm not going to complain about the resources either. There's a lot of noxious weeds out here, and hello, there's a thing. I like things. Right, I know if you break those pond rocks, you'd get loads of water come through. I don't have the resource to do that yet. Oh, there's a lot here. There is very much a lot here. It's going to be like, well, it's going to be like Minecraft. Okay, I need apparently an upgrade for that one. Ooh, a flower. That might be a real thing that I can use. What's that? A red colour flower. Can I... Excellent. I've got the red cauliflower sprout. Meanwhile, let's clear this lot out. I like these sorts of little mechanics in games. It's not just sort of being a farming game. You kind of got to think about, okay, well, if I want to take these places, I can, but I might have to fix them up a little bit first. And maybe with like an upgrade to the Hoover, this might be faster. Hello. It's a thing, and I don't think I can go in. We can go into this cave. I can't break that. I can break that. What we can also do is kind of go around the back, and there's this hole there. You can just basically just shove it in to the mech. So the mech is basically your walking inventory, which I like. And that is apparently coal. Take that back to the mech. I get a... Do I get anything out of that yet? Apparently not, but oh well. And there's also a thing here. I think this is a nest for beasties and a fossil fish. I'll take it back to the mech. I don't know what this is. Might be something I can sell. I don't know. I don't know quite what the sales, if there's sales or anything in here, but okay, fine. Let's wander back, see how our crops are doing. Where do I need to go for that? I've gone in the wrong direction, haven't I? Now I've tumbled down a cliff. It's fine. The mech will be able to right itself. I can get in and not do that again. I think what I've done, yeah, I've basically gone miles in the wrong direction. But it does. I guess it's kind of satisfactory almost. You know, the world. You know, the world goes on for a bit, and you can move to different parts of the world and do them up, and then plant crops in them. I'm going. I think this will be an interesting one to play. And it'd be interesting to see what they do in early access to kind of progress the game. I don't know quite what they are planning to do with it. On the basis that I bought, what is it? The Deep Rock Survivor game, and it's like, this is an early access, and it doesn't feel like an early access game because it feels finished. But you know, they've got a plan there, and I presume the developers have a plan here, and I guess, you know, it seems in a reasonable state. I'm just going to grab some more water as it's here. And just wondering if I don't want to touch these things. Maybe not. I don't know. I don't know if they will injure me or anything, but let's find out. No, they just slow the mech down. I suspect they would probably do me damage. Let's have a look. No, they just slow you down. So you got no health. But still, you probably don't want to have that stuff around. Right, where is my home base? I'm glad I put down that little thing before doing going off on an explorer, otherwise I might never find it again. Hello. Okay, we've got artifacts. Yes, that's... Yeah, I saw these in the demo, and you collect... You have a certain amount of artifacts per region. So in this particular Strange Ruins area, we've got 7 artifacts, and I saw one here. Where is it? Here it is. So some stuff you you kind of want to get out of your mech and move around. And now I've just got to find the last one, which is just in here. And then I lose my mech, because big things sometimes for me are hard to see. Right. These things. Those are just bushes. Just nicely coloured bushes. I thought they might be something that I could poke. But no. Ooh, there's something I might... Oh no, those are also bushes. I thought there was going to be... I know there's aluminium, like, on the rocky edge, but not there. Right. Back we go to our home base, or home farm, I guess. As I smash into every tree I can possibly do. Obviously, day-night cycle, because games like this kind of have one by default these days. Are you sure these aren't done yet? They look done. Oh, I hadn't watered them. I needed to water them. Good to know. The water runs out. And I have noxious weeds. Ah, right, it must be growth stages. I need to water that one. Okay, so I can now, with this stuff, I'm just going to finish off making the I can now I've got the berries. I can now make berry oil. I remember that. I might also be able to build some other things. We'll see. But let me just do that and that. And those are all good. Right. So I can now make some polyberry oil. It's going to take a minute to do. In the meantime, what else can I make? Because I can make the fodder oven, so that I can make fodder for animals. Right. Well, I can place that, can't I? And I'll also just queue up one of those while I'm going hunting for some wood. So what can I do with that? Apparently nothing new. Nothing new. Okay, so I'm guessing I'm going to need to go and find some things. Right, we've got a fodder oven, which means I can use that to make basic fodder, which I can then give to one of these bird things, I think. And if I feed 3 animals, I kind of get some like a bonus or something to something. I'm not entirely sure, but I didn't quite work that one out in the demo before. But yeah, I'm just gonna make a bunch of plant oil and go for a little explore just over here, maybe over here. So I want to head towards cliff faces so that I can maybe see if I can find some aluminium. Because I think if I get aluminium, I can't remember. Oh, yeah, there we go. There's some. If I can get some metal, and I think it's aluminium, we can use that, I think, to make stuff. There we go. And it allows us to make a whole bunch of stuff. So, including an upgrade depot, which would be rather useful. Just gonna walk back to the farm and build the upgrade depot. Farm's looking quite nice, I have to say. It's very sort of frontierish. It's very, very simple. Oh, we've got a selection menu on queue. Oh, that's useful. Okay. What I wanted to do was B. Okay, I need an aluminium frame, which I think is only constructible in the assembler. So we'll need to put it down here. I'll just leave it here. So I'll make 2 of these. I need to find some stone and some more aluminium. So an assembler will basically make more complicated parts than what you could normally do. Downside is I need to find some more aluminium. So I'll have a bit of a poke around, and I may... Yeah, it really is a case of we'll kind of see how it goes. I think this is going to be a bit of a slow burn game. Certainly something that I would then probably do a stream on, maybe like Saturday evening, so that you can kind of see where the game sort of progresses to once I've had a little bit of time with it. That's my sort of rough idea anyway, because I think this is going to be a little bit more of a slow burn one. At the start anyway, especially when you're just kind of looking for stuff and you're not really set up. You're still kind of looking around for things. I think this is actually where we landed. Oh, hello. This is not where we landed. we've got a thing here. Intriguing. There's certainly some intriguing elements to this game. It's like, on the face of it, it's just like a farming game, but there's a little bit of exploration, there's a bit of intrigue, there's a bit of ruin diving, I guess. Right, I'm looking for aluminium. I'm not too worried about all this. I will sort of go through and start cleaning up some of these areas eventually, but for right now we're fine. Ish. I just want that aluminium so that I can start making cool things. I'm turning my farm into a little bit of more of a powerhouse of industry. We're in the right sort of place. There's these sort of deposit things here that would normally have it. There's a cave there. I'm going to investigate the cave. This is a terrible idea. But there is a cave there. Okay, so we've got coal. Oh, iron ore. Taking that. I didn't see that before in the demo, so taking it. I don't know what it does in this game. But if I've learned anything from Minecraft recently, iron is it's like, you know, you start playing Minecraft, you're heading toward diamond so you can get your armor and your weapons and all that sorted out, and then as soon as you've got diamond, it's like, right, well, don't need any of that anymore. I just need all the iron in the world. So whenever I see iron in a game, I know that it's instantly the most useful resource, because it often is. Which is fair, I think, because considering everything in our world is made of iron or steel, or made with those materials somewhere in the supply chain. Right. I'm not seeing any aluminium whatsoever. It's a bit of a problem, as I do need it to be able to progress. I think I'm also in the wrong place. Mountainside Coast doesn't feel right. Maybe over there would be better. Next to where all the rocks are is what I'm thinking, but I'm not really seeing. Oh yeah, there's some holes where aluminium is found. I've only found those 2 nodes so far. There's certainly going to be a lot to explore here. And a lot to fix up. Stone Peak, that sort of sounds promising. That is a very nice weapon wheel. So many games add weapon wheels that just aren't worth it. The other really good one, Fallout 76, weirdly. The Doom one, terrible. Well, no, the Doom one is fine. The Doom Eternal one is terrible, but then quite a lot about that game is just not great. Doom 2016, wonderful game. Doom Eternal threw everything that worked well out of the window, and I've fallen off a cliff. It's fine, it's a fairly beefy mech. built at a time when mechs were built to last, and potentially tractors as well. It's got that same sort of front to it of, you know, this thing was built to be incredibly rugged and never break down. I'm really not finding what I need. See, there's loads of these things where aluminium would sort of pop out the top. I'm not seeing any that are full. I'm probably just suffering from a lot of very bad RNG. And now we're back down in the mountain coast, which is not the right area to be in. So, I am going to basically continue playing this game a bit. I'm not on the stream. I'm going to end the stream here, I think, because I'm going to be doing quite a lot of poking around at this point. I think that's kind of where I'm going. I'm going to need to be doing a little bit of, a lot of exploration to get all the bits that I need in order to continue. So I can't make anything new at the moment. But this has been an interesting start. I think there's some interesting stuff here. I'm going to be interested to see quite where the game takes me. But anyway, with that, I will say thank you very much for watching. I will see you next time.